If you're a man over 60, what I'm about to share may come as a shock, but it could also rescue your performance, restore your confidence, and even save your relationship. Every morning, millions of older men across the US start their day with something they believe is helping them. A handful of vitamins. A daily ritual. A healthy habit. But here's the truth. Those same vitamins could be silently sabotaging your erections. And you wouldn't even know it. Not until it's too late. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of clinical experience. I've helped thousands of men navigate the hidden traps of aging, especially the ones that steal your energy, masculinity, and intimacy. And this one caught even me off guard. The wrong vitamin, taken at the wrong time or in the wrong dose, can quietly crush your testosterone, restrict blood flow to your penis, and leave you feeling powerless. Now, not all vitamins are bad. But most men have no idea how timing, absorption, and nutrient interactions can flip the benefits into harmful side effects. Taking the wrong combo on an empty stomach, with caffeine, or without food, these small mistakes stack up. Day after day. Until one morning, your erections weaken, your morning wood disappears, and your confidence starts to fade. In this video, I'll walk you through the 7 most common vitamin mistakes men make at breakfast, and more importantly, how to fix them. Later on, I'll reveal the one mistake that nearly destroyed a patient's sex life, and how he turned it around in just 10 days. So stay with me. Before we dive in, take a second to subscribe and tap the bell icon, so you never miss another men's health tip tailored specifically for you. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If it's not quite what you were looking for, type 0. I read every comment to make these videos better for you. Alright, let's get to the real reason you're here. Let me walk you through the first and most common mistake I see in men over 60. A mistake that seems harmless, but could be quietly draining your testosterone and damaging your ability to perform. It starts with your very first pill of the day, on an empty stomach. Mistake 1. Taking multivitamins on an empty stomach. For many men, especially over 60, popping a multivitamin first thing in the morning feels like a healthy routine. It's quick. It's simple. It feels responsible. But here's what most don't realize. Taking vitamins on an empty stomach sets the stage for poor absorption, digestive discomfort, and worse, a micronutrient imbalance that can impact your sexual health. Multivitamins typically contain key nutrients like zinc, magnesium, iron, and B vitamins, all critical for testosterone, circulation, and nerve function. But without food, many of these nutrients pass through your system without being properly absorbed. Some, like zinc, can irritate your stomach lining, causing nausea or acid reflux. Subtle signs most men ignore. Here's where it gets serious. Even a mild zinc deficiency is linked to lower testosterone, weaker erections, and poor sperm quality. And if your body can't absorb what it needs, you lose ground slowly, day after day, until one morning, you realize your stamina is gone, your morning erections have vanished, and your confidence is slipping. The fix. Take your multivitamin with food, especially one that includes healthy fats like eggs, avocado, or olive oil. This boosts the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and reduces stomach irritation, helping your body use the supplement instead of wasting it. The truth is, you may have been doing this wrong for years without realizing the cost. But correcting this one simple habit can begin restoring hormonal balance, improving nutrient uptake, and supporting the systems that make you feel like a man. And while this is a common mistake, it's not the one I worry about the most. The next mistake involves a popular vitamin taken with the best intentions. Yet in the wrong amount, it can quietly damage the very blood vessels that power your erections. Let's talk about it. Mistake 2. Overloading on vitamin E without balance. Vitamin E is often promoted as a heart-healthy antioxidant, and rightfully so. It helps protect your cells from oxidative stress. But here's the catch. In excess, especially without the proper balance of nutrients like vitamin C and selenium, vitamin E can do more harm than good, especially to your vascular and sexual health. I've seen countless older men take large doses of vitamin E, thinking they're helping their heart or circulation. But what they don't realize is that high amounts, particularly in synthetic form, can disrupt the body's natural antioxidant balance. When that balance tips, instead of reducing inflammation, Vitamin E may increase oxidative stress, especially inside blood vessels, including the endothelial lining, which is responsible for releasing nitric oxide, the key molecule that helps your blood vessels, including those in your penis, relax and fill with blood. Without nitric oxide, your erections become weaker, less frequent, or disappear altogether. I treated a 72-year-old retired firefighter who was taking 800 IU of vitamin E daily. When he came to me with low energy, poor libido, and weak erections, he was stunned to learn that his trusted supplement might be cutting off his circulation. The fix was simple. We reduced the dose, added natural sources of vitamin C and selenium, and within weeks, his energy and intimacy returned. The takeaway: more isn't always better, especially with fat-soluble vitamins like E. But if that surprised you, wait until you hear what happens when you take vitamin D. Without one critical nutrient that determines whether calcium ends up in your bones or clogs the arteries leading to your erection. Let's break it down. Mistake 3. Taking vitamin D without K2. Vitamin D is essential for men over 60. It supports immunity, mood, bone strength, and even plays a direct role in testosterone production. That's why so many older men are told to take vitamin D daily, especially if they don't get much sun. But here's the part most men never hear. Taking vitamin D without pairing it with vitamin K2 could be silently harming your arteries and, as a result, your erections. Here's why. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption in your intestines, helping to bring more calcium into your bloodstream. That sounds great for your bones, right? But without enough vitamin K2 to direct that calcium into your bones and teeth, your body may deposit it into soft tissues instead, especially your arteries. Over time, this leads to something called vascular calcification, which hardens your blood vessels and narrows the flow of blood. Now, think about this. Erections depend entirely on smooth, flexible blood vessels that can rapidly expand and allow blood to flow. When those vessels are stiff, clogged, or inflamed, blood can't get where it needs to go, and your performance suffers. I've seen this happen too many times. A man believes he's doing everything right, taking his vitamin D daily, even improving his levels on blood tests. But in the background, calcium is building up in places it shouldn't, slowly cutting off the very lifeline to his manhood. The fix: simply pair your vitamin D3 with vitamin K2, ideally in the 7 Malawian Kwacha's form. It's a simple change with powerful benefits for your heart, your circulation, and your performance. But as concerning as that is, the next mistake might surprise you even more because it involves two vitamins you've probably trusted for decades. And when taken in excess, they don't just affect your blood vessels. They may be quietly numbing the very nerves that control sexual pleasure. Let's take a closer look. Mistake 4. Using high-dose B6 or B12 frequently. For many older men, B vitamins, especially B6 and B12, are part of their daily routine. Marketed as energy boosters and brain protectors, they seem like a no-brainer. After all, who wouldn't want more energy, better focus, and improved nerve function? But what most men don't know is that consistently taking high doses of B6 or B12, especially in synthetic forms, can do the exact opposite of what you're hoping for by slowly damaging the nerves that are essential to your sexual response. Let me explain. These vitamins are water-soluble, which means the body typically excretes what it doesn't need. But when taken in excessive amounts, especially daily over long periods, they can accumulate and lead to a condition known as sensory neuropathy. In plain terms, that means your nerve endings can become irritated or even damaged. And when those nerves affect your pelvic region, it leads to reduced penile sensitivity, less pleasure during intimacy, and eventually a weaker erection response. One patient of mine, a 68-year-old retired engineer, had been taking a high-dose B-complex every morning for years. He thought it was helping him stay sharp. But over time, he began to notice tingling in his feet, reduced sensation during sex, and a dullness he couldn't explain. After adjusting his vitamin intake, switching to methylated forms, and reducing frequency, those symptoms began to fade, and his confidence returned. The bottom line is more isn't better. Your body needs balance, not overload. A few times a week in the right form is often all you need to support healthy nerve function. But nerve health is only part of the story. Because what you choose to swallow alongside your morning coffee could be setting off a chain reaction that strips away vital minerals. Minerals your testosterone depends on. What happens next might shock you. Mistake 5. Taking calcium supplements in the morning with coffee. Calcium is often seen as essential, especially for older adults concerned about bone strength and preventing fractures. And for men over 60, protecting your bones feels like a smart move. But taking your calcium supplement in the morning, especially alongside your daily cup of coffee, could be quietly disrupting your mineral balance and undermining your sexual health. Here's why that happens. Caffeine, while a beloved morning ritual, has been shown to interfere with calcium absorption. In fact, just 1 cup of coffee can reduce how much calcium your body absorbs by nearly 40%. So, if you're taking calcium at breakfast, especially before or with your coffee, your body isn't benefiting nearly as much as you think. Even worse, calcium competes with other minerals for absorption, particularly zinc and magnesium, both of which play a direct role in testosterone production, muscle function, and vascular health. When your zinc and magnesium levels begin to drop, even slightly, your testosterone can dip, your energy may fade, and your erection quality starts to weaken. This isn't a sudden change. It's slow, subtle, and easy to ignore until you realize your body just isn't performing the way it used to. Instead of taking calcium in the morning, it's far better to shift it to the evening, ideally with dinner, when your body's natural hormone cycles are winding down and you're not competing with caffeine or other minerals. This small shift can help restore balance, preserve mineral synergy, and protect your long-term hormonal health. But timing isn't just about coffee and calcium, because next we need to talk about a supplement that seems harmless, even friendly. It's colorful, sweet, and easy to chew. But for older men, it may be one of the sneakiest threats to your erections hiding in plain sight. Let's talk about that next. Mistake 6. Trusting one-a-day gummy vitamins. They taste good, they're easy to chew, and they promise to simplify your daily routine. Gummy vitamins have exploded in popularity, especially among older adults who don't like swallowing pills. But for men over 60, relying on gummy vitamins, especially the one-a-day kind, is often a mistake hiding behind a sugary smile. Most gummy multivitamins are loaded with artificial sweeteners, sugar alcohols, and low-quality nutrient forms that are poorly absorbed by the body. And while they may look and taste like candy, they're often missing key minerals like magnesium, selenium, boron, and bioavailable zinc, all essential for supporting testosterone, prostate health, and strong sustained erections. Worse yet, many contain synthetic colors, preservatives, and gelatin derived from low-grade animal sources that may disrupt your gut or hormone balance. I once worked with a 65-year-old man who proudly told me he never missed a day of his gummies. But when we looked closely at the label, he was getting almost none of the minerals his body needed and far too much sugar. His testosterone was low, his energy flat, and his libido fading fast. After switching to a high-quality capsule with clinically effective doses, he felt a noticeable shift within weeks, not just in his physical energy, but in his bedroom performance and mental clarity. The problem isn't the idea of simplicity. It's the trade-off we make when convenience sacrifices potency. When your body truly needs support, it deserves more than candy dressed up as wellness. And speaking of timing and delivery, there's one more mistake that ties everything together. Because no matter how high quality your vitamins are, if you're taking them at the wrong time of day, in the wrong combinations, you could be sabotaging your results. This final mistake might be the silent reason your morning routine is stealing your erections before the day even begins. Let's finish strong. Mistake 7. Ignoring vitamin timing altogether. Even if you're taking the right vitamins, in the right amounts, from the right sources, there's still one crucial factor most men over 60 overlook: timing. When you take your supplements can be just as important as what you take. Neglecting this detail can disrupt your hormones, drain your energy, and yes, even weaken your ability to get and stay hard. Some vitamins are naturally stimulating. Take B12, for example. It gives your body a boost. But if you take it too late in the day, it can interfere with your sleep. And poor sleep. It's one of the fastest ways to suppress testosterone and kill your morning erections. Others, like magnesium and zinc, support muscle repair and hormonal balance. But they're far more effective when taken in the evening, when your body enters its restorative state. The problem: most men take all their supplements at once, usually in the morning, just to get it over with. But this well-meaning habit can backfire. It may throw off your body's natural rhythm and cause nutrient competition, where one vitamin blocks the absorption of another. The result: your system might be overstimulated when it needs to rest, or left unsupported when it needs fuel. The smarter strategy: split your intake. Take energizing vitamins, like D3, B-complex, and omega-3s, in the morning, ideally with a meal. Save minerals like magnesium and zinc for the evening, when they support testosterone production and deep, restorative sleep. This timing rhythm supports your body's natural hormone cycles and gives your system what it needs, when it needs it most. And now that you know the 7 most common vitamin mistakes that quietly sabotage your erections, here's the real question. How many of these are hiding in your morning routine? Because in the final moments of this video, I want to show you how one small shift completely turned things around for a 67-year-old man who thought his best days were behind him. Conclusion: if you've made it this far, you already understand something important. What you do each morning shapes how you feel, physically, hormonally, and sexually. These 7 vitamin mistakes may seem minor on their own, but repeated every day, over months or even years, they chip away at the very foundation of your sexual health. Taking multivitamins on an empty stomach. Overloading on vitamin E without balance. Ignoring K2 when taking vitamin D3. Flooding your system with B vitamins. Mixing calcium with caffeine. Trusting sugary gummy supplements. And neglecting vitamin timing. Each one adds up, until you're left wondering, what happened to me? But here's the good news. These mistakes are simple to fix. You don't need prescriptions, risky treatments, or anything extreme. You just need awareness, intention, and the same level of care you already give to the things that matter most in your life. I think of Roger, a 67-year-old patient who had nearly given up. He believed age had taken his drive for good. But once we uncovered just a few of these vitamin mistakes and made small changes to his routine, everything changed. His energy came back. His confidence returned. And yes, his erections followed. His wife noticed. He noticed. And his life was never the same. You deserve the same outcome. Your age doesn't define your performance. Your habits do. Now that you know what to avoid, you're already one step closer to reclaiming your strength, your vitality, and your confidence. So take what you've learned here and put it into action. Your body is still capable. Your desire is still alive. And your best years, physically, emotionally, intimately, can still be ahead of you. If this video helped, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and leave a comment below to tell me what resonated with you most. I read every comment, and your feedback means more than you know. And if you'd like to support this channel so I can keep making honest, helpful health content for men like you, consider making a small donation using the link in the description. Every bit makes a difference. Stay strong. Stay informed. And I'll see you in the next video.